Hey guys, I'm Dimension Jump and today I'll be reviewing Pokemon Go, which was released back in 2016 for both iOS and Android. Now, this game is kind of like a spin-off to the main Pokemon series, and it has some of the main Pokemon elements where you catch Pokemon, you level them up, you evolve them, and you can fight other people using those Pokemon. And yeah, and back when this was first released back in 2016, I remember this game being it was like really popular when it was first released because I just remember a lot of people at my school that I knew just playing the game or everywhere, and this was kind of like a big phenomenon because you wouldn't go like a few minutes without someone playing Pokemon Go, and I would say for its time it was, yeah, I would say it was quite a phenomenon. But nowadays, the fad has kind of gone down a bit, or gone down quite a lot since its first release back in 2016. And I would say the game is okay. It's not in terms of the other Pokemon games, like the original games, um, even the most common games. It's not that good in terms of how you fight and battle. It's still got some of the same elements, but when it comes to some of the battles when in Pokemon Go, like one of the things you can do in the game is fight or battle gyms, and the whole battling system in that part of the game is you just tapping a screen. That's basically all there is to it when it comes to the gameplay, or when it comes to fighting in the gyms, and it's pretty simple. It's not like in the other games or the mainline games where you have like 4 different moves that you can choose from, and that particular Pokemon can use Thunderbolt, Surf, Fly, Double Team, Protect, that kind of thing. And yeah, I would say Pokemon Go. It's okay. It's not fine. It's not. It has some fun elements to it, but it's like okay. And now it's time for some gameplay. So I would say that the gameplay for Pokemon Go is quite basic. If you want to catch Pokemon, you can use a variety of things like berries and Pokeballs. So the Pokeball is basically your standard um, weapon for the game or item you can collect. And throughout and I think every time you level up, you get more types of Pokeballs. So you start off with the regular ones, then you get Great Balls and Ultra Balls, that kind of thing. And it's and the way to catch Pokemon is very um, basic. You just throw a Pokeball at a Pokemon, and then you catch that Pokemon. And depending on if you've got a Pokemon or not, um, you'll see the entry get filled into the Pokédex, and yeah, I think that's quite interesting because like it keeps the Pokemon formula of you have to catch all the Pokemon, catch different variants of Pokemon like Alolan types and stuff like that. And also within the game, there are things like Pokestops and stuff like that, and you can basically collect items, and you can also do daily challenges you can do, which I think is quite nice. And you can like, depending on the challenge, you can either catch Pokemon, gain experience, um, gain uh, various stuff, that kind of thing. And I think it's interesting and kind of kind of interesting to do because you can like, depending on the reward, you can get various stuff, and I think that's quite nice. Another thing that you can do in the game is put a lure on, and this lure can basically just help you find more Pokemon, and you can also hatch eggs in the game, and it's kind of like the eggs in the Pokemon games, where you have to walk a specific amount of um, a specific amount of whatever, and then your Pokemon will hatch. And in this game, you do, and depending on how far or how long um, you have to do to catch or hatch each egg, you get um, different Pokemon, and it might be Pokemon that you've already caught before, or it might be not Pokemon you've already caught, and then they could help you try and catch more Pokemon or stuff like that. And yeah, so that's been it for the gameplay. Now time to go back to the review. So when you first start up the game, you're given, I think, 3 different teams to choose from. Team Instinct, Team... the other two, I can't represent 100% the other two teams, but each team has their own distinct colour. So one's red, one's blue, one's yellow, and then after you've chosen your team, you can pick your starter Pokemon out of the three original starters, that being Charmander, Bulbasaur and Squirtle. And I choose Charmander because he's probably my favourite one out of the 3 Kanto starters. And I would say after that you can pretty much find Pokemon, collect items, that kind of thing. And yeah, I would say overall Pokemon Go for the time when that was first released, it was good. It was you saw people having fun, but one of the main downsides that was obviously that the game kind of showed was that a lot of people would just wander about into areas that they weren't really supposed to, and I would say that was the main problem in the game. And yeah, that was probably the biggest problem, because you'd hear a ton of stories about how people would go into certain areas that they weren't supposed to, out of bounds, that kind of thing, and you hear quite unfortunate stories about several people as well, which I probably don't want to bring up. So yeah, and you'd hear several stories along those lines about Pokemon Go, and yeah, that's kind of there were no words for me to put into that. It's just yeah, that's probably the main those are the 2 main problems with Pokemon Go when it was first released. You just hear a lot of stories about stuff like that. So so that's been my review for Pokemon Go. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.